akala mo forever na kayo kasi you've built this together for the last 4 years, tapos friends na kayo, parang family na kayo. That broke me when she said na parang let's separate. Sabi ko, shit, saan ako pupulutin nito? Ano nang gagawin ko sa next kong buhay? Ano na? Kasi ang plano ko dito forever na ako eh. So, that broke me somehow because I realized I cannot depend on anyone, kahit sino. Pero at the same time, because of that, I realized that I also have power. I am my own boss. I am my own person. So that's why I built Miss Manila Luxe by myself. Kasi ayoko na pong masira ulit. Alam mo yung parang akala mo lagi may forever sa friendship, sa relationship. Wala palang forever. Ang forever is yung sarili mo. I've never felt that susuko ako. Because this is my bread and butter. This is something that I've built from scratch. From the ideas that has been sitting on my mind for the longest time. Ba't ako susuko, diba? Medyo mabigat tong episode na to, no? Hindi siya yung nasasanayan nating Stephanie that's always smiling. But actually, that's the truth behind Miss Manila Luxe. This is the truth behind building every business. Hindi lang siya puro glitz and glamour. May kasama siyang drama. Gusto ko ma-experience mo kung ano yung na-experience ng ibang tao pag bumibili ng mahal na bag. Hi, this is Stephanie, your bag bestie. Minsan sa live selling, akala mo, lalo na sa part ko, masaya ako lagi. 'Di ba? If you see my live selling, you would feel the energy of being happy. But it's not always the thing. Hindi niyo alam, may mga personal struggles din tayo na it's so private and it's so personal and it still brings back the pain. Kaya today, I wanted to wear this dress because this is a very important dress. This reminds me of the resiliency and the power that I do have. April 30 was my first live selling and sa sobrang dami kong pinagdaanan, the past 2 days, I was crying, I was breaking down, I cannot eat. And then my partner said, gising, ayusin mo. Ang daming taong nakadepende sa'yo, ang daming taong umaasa sa'yo, at daming clients na nag-iintay sa'yo. Initially, that was 8 p.m., yung live selling ko, pero di ko talaga kaya. I was talagang nakatulala lang ako. Ayokong gawin, kasi ayokong ipakita sa inyo yung ganong Stephanie na hindi okay. Gusto ko yung makita ninyo lagi na masaya siya kasi deserve nyo ng best services in terms of everything that I'm giving aside from client services. It's also the energy that I give you. So that day, I never knew na kaya kong gawin yun kasi sobrang, alam mo yung tinanggal sa'yo ni God yung mga dapat na akala mong kasama mo in this journey of your life. It was like, I was asking God, ano to Lord? Akala ko ba ito yung sinabi mong foundation ko? Ito yung dapat kong gawin para sa pamilya, para sa ganyan. That day, I just cannot say everything, but things happened that I never knew happened. It's like, I grieved. Para ko namatayan. Hindi lang ng ibang tao, pero parang namatay yung sarili mo. Kasi imagine mo, yung buong buhay mo, ang paniniwala mo, ito yung core mo. Tinanggal sa'yo yung core mo. So it was so hard for me to stand up. But I did it for you guys. And most of all, I did it for my son. Kasi kapag namatay ako or pag nawala ako dito, sinong parang gagawa ng mga ginagawa ko para sa anak ko? Ako na lang, ako na lang yung sandalan niya. Wala na siyang ibang sandalan. Being strong doesn't mean that you're not tired. It's just showing up even though everything else is falling apart. Walang break sa real life. Kahit umiyak ka, kailangan present ka pa din. Even though Miss Manila Luxe is already kinda thriving in this industry, I've never felt that susuko ako. Because this is my bread and butter. This is something that I've built from scratch, from the ideas that has been sitting on my mind for the longest time. Ba't ako susuko, diba? Kaya laging napapagod, iiyak. Feeling ko hindi ko kaya, pero laging tutuloy pa rin. Kasi pag nag-stop ako ngayon, ano na lang ang sasabihin ng anak ko in the future na sana tinuloy mo, ma, diba? Kasi I built this Miss Manila Luxe. It's not just because of buying and selling. I want to give my son a legacy. I want when my son grows up and says na, oy, mama ko, meron siyang kumpanya na binild niya when I was young, diba? So yun yung pinaka motivation ko. It's not the pera. It's about making my son proud of me and at the same time helping you guys get the best items at a very low price. Okay, 3 things I do when I doubt myself. First of all, nagiging introvert ako noon, nag-isolate ako noon, tapos iniisip ko, how can I make myself or my business better? So, first, I isolate and reflect on what I've done. Pansin, hindi nyo pala alam, I always look at my reels. I produce reels once a day. Ngayon medyo naging slow na siya because I'm focusing on the internal systems that we have because we are growing, and thank you for that, clients. So again, what do I do when I doubt myself? I internalize and reflect so that I could know what's my next step. Second is, I look at the papers. I look at my sales. Like, hey, bakit mo dinadoubt yung sarili mo? Eh, ayan no, may bumibili, may naniniwala sa'yo. Anong pinag-iisip mo dyan? That's your anxiety talking. So, I regulate my emotions. And then third is, I look at my son. When he's sleeping, nakikita, alam niyo yung bata, pag tulog, kala ninyo, di ba, anghel? So, yeah, I look at him and says to myself, like, hey, this little boy is really, really looking up to you. He's depending on you. And if you stop and doubt yourself now, who will give him his next meal? So, ang dali pong i-motivate ang sarili ninyo. Just look at your motivation, reflect, and of course, be grateful for where you are right now. Doon pa lang, masastop na yung doubts mo ulit sa sarili mo. How do I deal with people who doubt or criticize you? That's a very timely question. Just last live selling, which was Friday, one person said, mukha kang nakashabu. Tangina talaga, diba? Sinabi nila mukha kang nakashabu. So, for me, parang alam mo, pakialam ko sa'yo. Buti nga ikaw may time, may ako wala. So, how I deal with people who criticize me is I always think that it's just a psychology saying that some people project their problems with you. You're not the problem. Their problem is they hate you for doing what they wish they could. So every time there are people who criticize you, don't think about you are wrong. It's just a reflection of what they haven't done with themselves. So, deadma lang tayo. Deadma! Sa dami-daming tao sa mundo, yung boses ba ng isang tao na yon ay importante o yung boses na nagsasabing kaya mo yan? Is it lonely being a business woman? Actually, no. Especially in my type of business we're in. Every day, we have walk-ins. I meet 5 to 7 people. It's so nice to meet people who loves the bags, who values the bags, who shares the same sentiments like you. Like, Miss Steph, I believe that tama ka nga po, hindi naman po maganda yun, mas maganda to. So, hindi siya lonely. May parts lang that you think you are lonely because you don't have time for yourself anymore. I want to go to Zara, but I cannot go to Zara because it's constantly checking on the sales, checking on the clients, checking on my people, checking on the next. It's always on the next. Dun lang siya nagiging lonely sa part na I don't have time anymore for myself. I think the sacrifice that I've made that no one talks about is my personal time. Building business means that you do not have your personal time anymore. Kasi kailangan constantly kang gumagalaw para sa business mo. Your employees or my business partners, hindi naman nila vision yung vision ko eh. So it's my job to continue the vision, to continue the momentum that I do have in my mind without burdening them. So I think that's the greatest sacrifice, my time. Second sacrifice is that comes along with, since wala na akong oras, even my son, hindi ko na siya nakikita. Kahit nandun lang siya sa kabilang unit, magkikita lang kami sa umaga, pag uwi niya, mag-hello siya, tapos makakauwi na ako ng alas 9, patulog na siya. So, hindi nila naiisip or hindi niyo siguro naiisip ng regular tao na importante kasi ako sa anak ko, 'di ba? Ako lang ang meron siya. Then looking at him na wala na akong oras sa kanya, I think that's the greatest sacrifice. In order for me to achieve this business, kailangan ko isakripisyo yung next 3 to 4 years of my time with him. Is my business affecting my relationship? You know what I realized? The right people will understand your journey. Instead of taking it against you, they will come to you. All of my friends right now, they understand. They support me via text, via messages na, hey, I understand you're busy, but just dropping by to say hi. And my current partner knows that di niya ako pwedeng tawagan ng 1 to 7 kasi alam niya na may clients ako lagi. So, it affects your relationship, but somehow in a good way kasi malalaman mo kung sino talaga yung kaibigan mo. What's one moment that broke you that also built you is my separation with my first business partner. alam mo yung akala mo forever na kayo kasi you've built this together for the last 4 years, tapos friends na kayo, parang family na kayo, you shared everything under the sun, your problems, your heartaches, your traumas. That broke me when she said na parang let's separate because of course, underlying reasons that I cannot disclose. Sabi ko, shit, saan ako pupulutin nito? Ano nang gagawin ko sa next kong buhay? Ano na? Kasi ang plano ko dito forever na ako eh. So, that broke me somehow because I realized I cannot depend on anyone, kahit sino. Pero at the same time, because of that, I realized that I also have power. I am my own boss. I am my own person. So that's why I built Miss Manila Luxe by myself. Kasi ayoko na pong masira ulit. Alam mo yung parang akala mo lagi may forever sa friendship, sa relationship. Wala palang forever. Ang forever is yung sarili mo. Always take every problem, sit with it, explore your emotions, and from that emotions, let that emotions guide you to your next step, which is, I don't want to depend on anyone anymore. That's why I built this by myself. How do I forgive myself when I make mistakes? I laugh. Pag nagkamali ako, tatawa lang ako. Bakit? Kayo lang ba ang Diyos? Kayo lang ang perfect? Lahat tayo hindi perfect. So I forgive myself by making myself feel that, hey, it's okay to make mistakes. Nakapatay ba ako? Hindi naman ako nakapatay, di ba? Nasira ko ba buhay mo? Hindi rin naman. So as long as hindi ako nakakatapak ng ibang tao, it's easy to forgive myself. I haven't ever questioned if I'm really meant for this all the time. But right now, Miss Manila Luxe has been April 30s. We started live selling. Ano na siya? Magto 2 months na siya. But in the second month, I've never doubted myself. My sales lift is very, very good. So far, we've sold 240 bags in 2 months. So, in the record, pag titignan ko siya, sabi ko, okay, I'm meant for this. Who else can sell 240 luxury bags in 2 months? So, thank you for watching with me this last episode. Medyo mabigat siya. It's not all smiles as you were supposed to. Having Stephanie on live na lagi lang siyang masaya. This is the truth behind building every business. Hindi lang siya puro glitz and glamour. May kasama siyang drama on the side. So can you please subscribe? Because on the next episode, we will be discussing how I built Miss Manila Luxe.